I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Neil Roy, who will be the presenter of the medallions for this year. Dr. Roy himself is a medallion wearer, as you soon will see. He has it around his neck, and he will tell you just a moment he will tell you a little of his part in the St. Michael's theme. But I want to welcome him today back amongst us and to invite him to stand with us here as we present the medallions. So would you welcome Dr. Roy as he comes forward.
Thank you, Francis. This is a singular honour for me, as it was in 1999 when I did receive this wonderful medal. I gained it because of my work, which eventually turned into over 30 years of work with sick and premature babies at the Royal Women's Hospital, and also in providing services for sick and premature newborn care for babies around the state of Victoria. As I said at the time, it was on behalf of a very large team of skilled and compassionate people. It was I am now retired by some time, and it was a wonderful career. And people have said to me, Neil, it must have been absolutely wonderful to help all those babies survive and live happy and fulfilling lives, and the families must have been extremely grateful. And my response to that is, well, yes, it was. It was lovely. That was the easy part. The bit which I found most challenging, and I really can tell you the most rewarding, was to help those families when things didn't go so well. For the families who lost babies, and that still happens all too often, and for the families whose babies survived, but survived with long-term difficulties, and helping those families find a way forward was by far and away the most rewarding part of my career. And so it is, I think this fits in very well with the two recipients of the St. Michael's medals today, that they are people who have taken up the challenge of helping children and families who do face challenges, for children who find themselves in very difficult circumstances, and for disabled children. And I do think that today's winners are very, very worthy in continuing the cause, which in a sense my team commenced. And so it is a great honour to be part of this, and I do believe that the word that you used, compassion, is so important in today's presentations. Thank you.
I call in the Dean of the Council, who will now introduce the medallion recipients to us, Mr. Walreed.
Thank you, Dr. McNabb. I would also, on behalf of the Church Council, welcome Dr. Roy here this morning, and particularly to be the presenter of the medallions today. This is the 20th year the awards have been made, and in 1991 the proposal to make the awards was advanced by Dr. McNabb, and I quote, "We have thought of and devised many programs over the years, programs that would evoke awareness, provide information and involve debate. The general thrust has been prevention, network building, therapeutic intervention, social involvement and responsibility. The proposal was to select from the wider community one or two individuals whose contribution to society identified with the themes and causes of St. Michael's. The wording on the medallions reflects this, for outstanding service to the community. The 37 recipients to date reflect quite a cross-section of areas where commitment to improving the social condition has been predominating. An honour roll in the foyer of St. Michael's Halls now records their names. Past recipients are present today as Jenny Cheng, Ian Gawler, Wendy Stamps-Marshall, Helen McCracken, Neil Roy, of course, and Alex Stitt. Others who are unavailable but have mentioned their appreciation of the invitation to be here: Paul Hemsworth, Carolyn Lambert, Muriel Porter, Peter Roberts, Cliff Tan, Jonathan Welsh and Ian Wynne. We're certainly appreciative of the connection we maintain over this period of time. The aim was to select those who have done or are doing outstanding work that clearly advances the causes of prevention of violence, destructiveness or waste, or its corollary, that clearly promotes health and well-being and a better human society. It's been a privilege and pleasure for me to be again involved in this exercise, and in the selection process I'm most appreciative of the contribution of Dr McNabb, Dr Campbell, Pamela Smart, a member of the Church Council, and Richard Seesma, Chair of the Church Council. They have chosen Susie O'Neill and Colin Emerson. I now call on Susie O'Neill to come forward. Susie was the founder in 1993 of the Kids Foundation, KIDS being Kids in Dangerous Situations. The organisation assists in developing and delivering safety education programs to more than 100,000 Australian children and working with children recovering from serious injury. Surprisingly, every day in Australia, 5,000 children are injured, whether minor or serious, and 100 children are hospitalised, with accidental injury being the greatest cause of death among Australian children. So KIDS is an important foundation to promote good causes in that area. The next I call on is Colin Emerson to come forward. And Colin is Program Manager of Horses for Hope, an organisation providing help and hope to those who have suffered traumatising experiences. The programs benefit those with serious emotional disorders such as autism or anxiety disorders. The therapeutic programs are suitable for children, adults and adolescents. Horses are utilised for their sensitivity, accepting nature and ability to provide immediate, objective and non-verbal feedback. Both Susie and Colin extend the thread connecting all recipients over the years, giving hope that a better society can be achieved through examples such as our recipients have shown. I commend Susie O'Neill and Colin Emerson as recipients for this year's medallions. Thank you.
On behalf of the Church Council and of all St Michael's community, a very wide community as it is, I am very pleased that you have become a recipient of our medallion. I heard your story firsthand as you told it, and I knew that your passion, your commitment, and the concern you show for children is quite remarkable, and we all thank you for it and we all commend you for it, and I'm most appreciative of the work you do and honoured indeed to have you receive our medallion today. So would you all please stand, and Dr. Roy will first turn around and face the folks.
Dr. McNabb and the St Michael's Medallion Committee, thank you sincerely for the opportunity to receive such a prestigious award. It is with pleasure and pride I accept the St Michaels Medallion in honour of all the courageous burn survivors and children who every day live with trauma and pain associated to life-changing injuries. At the Kids Foundation, we have the pleasure of working with the most inspirational young people that put our own lives in perspective. However, in Australia, more children die and their abilities change from injury than any illness or disease. It is through education and opportunity we intend to play a significant role in reducing unacceptable injury rates in Australia. This does not mean restricting activities like cartwheels and handstands in the playgrounds, but providing more opportunities for active children to do so through experience and knowledge. It is my dream that in Australia we will have safety, risk intelligent, happy and resilient children that are equipped with all the skills to manage their own safety and that of others. Thank you.
Who would have thought it? Thank you so much. What do you do when you see so much and so much is being done, but it's simply not doing the job? You can either do more of the same, or you can try and think out of the square and do something different. You can try some things. Horses for Hope grew out of such an idea. It came from an idea, it came from a belief, if you like, that there must be better ways. And we have consistently, if you like, backed a belief, backed an idea, and it's grown and it's developed. We find ourselves being able to offer something to so many that simply haven't been able to be helped, haven't been able to be given a sense of a better life. We now find ourselves working with a couple hundred young people and adults each year, ranging from, in fact, our youngest last year was 3 years old. The eldest that's been through the yard is 81, in fact. We work with fire victims still from the Kinglake Ranges area, where not only in that area, but most people we work with, what's available in terms of conversational therapy just isn't working for them, and there's lots of good reason for that. So you've got to try something else. And we've been very fortunate. I feel very privileged to have been part of this program. There's so many people I want to thank. The first, of course, being Dr. McNabb and the St Michaels community. I feel very honoured, and our program does as well. I want to thank the team that has been with me through the journey, Tiffany Peveril in particular, who isn't able to be here today. She shared the dream with me the entire way. To Uniting Care Cutting Edge, who has been the organisation that has been our auspice the entire way. And I can tell you there wouldn't be too many organisations that would have taken on Horses for Hope. They live their name, they live their beliefs, and Horses for Hope is a result of that. To my wife Heather, who has had to put up with me through this whole journey. I can be somewhat compulsive. To my children and grandchildren who are here, to all the people that we work with and the things that we learn each day from them. They teach us every day. Horses for Hope is here by way of the good grace of generosity of the community, and that needs to continue. So if you know anybody, let them know. Thank you very much. I feel very honoured. Thank you.
One of the young men that Sally has helped to, Susie has helped to get his life onto a new footing is here. Would you come forward as well? Where is he? Can you see him? Come on. Oh yes, there you are. Come on forward. And Will, do you have a horse here? come on up and join us. And would the former medallion recipients who are here, would you now come and join us also? Yes, where are you? I've got one here. Jenny. Yes, oh yes, come on. Come on up. Colin's wife, Heather. Is she here? Where's Heather? Heather. Come on down. All of them here support the medallion people, all of them, and their good supporters have done remarkable service to human beings, from the smallest to the oldest, and we are enormously appreciative as well as honoured to be part of their life in this way, and we hope that you folk who have received our medallion will feel very much part now of the wider St Michael's community. We own you in this important way, and having received the medal, you can throw it away, of course, but we will always have your name on our notice board in the hall to say, yes, you are one of our people. So would you say yes to all of these people? Very good. And now if you just take